boy, where you been? It's TeeJay, the artist. You rocking with me. You are the smartest, and we back with part 2. Listen, bro. Gen Z versus 10 old heads. Fan versus hater, and it's heating up. A man's right here said LeBron faced better competition than Jordan in those championships. He said Steph Curry is better than Magic Johnson. He said the Olympic team of the Avengers in 2024 is better than the Dream Team. What else he said? He said, I think that was the only ones. And we about to get into this next one. It's about to get real because now he said that Jokic is the best offensive big man ever. Let's get into the video, man. Could you turn me up in the headphones a little bit?
What's his career? They played together for a team? Like, what are you talking about? Next. You next. You next. You next.
My next claim is Nikola Jokic is the most dominant offensive center ever. So
I guarantee you, and this is me just being that I've watched Fan versus Hater so much, I know somebody is going to say Jokic don't play defense. Watch. This says most dominant offensive center. So no defense should be brought up. Somebody's going to bring up defense. Watch this. I bet you. Watch.
Surely you know the only man in the history of the league to lead the league at different points, in points per game, in rebounds per game, and assists per game. That's Wilt Chamberlain. Ain't nobody ever done it like Wilt Chamberlain. You talk about
Name a Wilt Chamberlain highlight that you watch live. You ain't seen no games, bro.
Nikola Jokic scoring now, right?
This man said
Wilt.
Wilt.
These different ways. If you add 5 points, 10 points, 15 points, 20 points to Nikola Jokic's most dominant scoring season in the NBA, it still does not equal what Wilt Chamberlain did in his most dominant season. You want to talk about winning? What's the best team Nikola Jokic was ever on? Won 53, 54, 55 games, some of that? Okay. 72 Lakers, one of the greatest teams of all time. 68 Philadelphia 76ers, one of the other greatest teams of all time. And finally, I will ask you, how many NBA rule changes has Nikola Jokic been responsible for? And the answer is 0. Whereas Wilt, they had to change the rules so that you could not literally jump from the free throw line and dunk the basketball because he was so offensively dominant, that's what he could do.
Did he really do that?
Wilt Chamberlain once said that he could dunk his free throws, but did anyone see it happen? In 1955, people witnessed him do it at a Kansas scrimmage, including Kansas State coach Tex Winter, who said he started from just behind the top of the circle, ran to the free throw line, and dunked his foul shot. As an opposing coach, Tex was so intimidated that he went to the 1956 NCAA convention and explained.
Once again, something that people say happened that never happened. Well, nobody's seen him do. That's probably why he would dunk from the free throw. Look at that jumper. That's why he would dunk from the free throw. Cause when, is he right-handed or left-handed? Okay. I'm waiting for the dunk from the free throw line. That wasn't from the free throw line. Don't try to get no high angle. This part might even be copyrighted because that's old as hell. So
do you share my opinion that it is absolutely ridiculous? Is because a couple of spoil sports were afraid.
Oh, people witnessed it,
and from the
but nobody's seen it.
Foul shot.
Imagine the ability.
sound like the 100-point game.
And they said, we will have to end the sport if we do not change this rule. That's dominance for you.
And he was triple team.
Listen. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about myself. I got 2 degrees. My first degree is from St. John's University in history. My second degree is from the Debate School of Harlem. I done did it in the barbershops to the street corner, you name it. And I'm happy you brought up Wilt Chamberlain, because Wilt Chamberlain is the biggest load of BS that you're gonna bring to me today. You're gonna
Tell me why, please.
You want to talk to me about rule changes with Wilt Chamberlain, because Wilt Chamberlain could stand in the key and he was 7 inches taller than everybody. So the rule changes actually helped Wilt, because the rules didn't exist, which gave us the modern game. Wilt Chamberlain, do you know that in the NBA Finals he only attempted 12 shots per game? And he only attempted 12 shots per game because Wilt Chamberlain is one of the most selfish NBA stars we've ever seen.
Let the man talk.
He attempted 12 shots per game because he only cared about his field goal percentage, because Wilt was a numbers-driven guy. He only did what it took to get numbers.
But you're talking about Jokic's. You're talking about Jokic's field goal percentage. Why do you get to talk about?
He didn't say anything yet. He literally didn't say anything yet. He said you're talking about unless they cut it out.
Jokic's field goal percentage, and I can't talk about Wilt's field goal percentage.
Why are you allowed to talk and I'm not allowed to talk, right? So Jokic doesn't care about numbers. And when you talk about winning, Wilt Chamberlain was dominated by Bill Russell.
I can attest to the fact that Jokic don't care about numbers, bro. If you see Jokic's demeanor while playing the game, after the game, the man only care about horses. He care about winning. I've literally seen this man. The other team would be like, listen, we ain't gonna let him throw no assists. Jokic go out that bitch and drop 55. Oh, today we ain't gonna let him score. Then he get a triple-double. Like,
because what happened is, it's not about the number there. It's about the context around it. We all know that the game in the 60s and the 70s is not modern NBA basketball. If I were to cut on footage and I showed you Wilt Chamberlain just running up and dumping a ball and finger rolling a ball, are you telling me that is skill and that is true dominance? No. He's a
Also, he was stealing people's shots. And then like an alley-oop almost. People would shoot the ball, he would jump up, grab it, and then shoot it himself.
Of his era, Nikola Jokic is dominating the game that is guard dominated, not big man dominated, and he's doing it at a more effective rate than Wilt. Wilt Chamberlain is a statistical anomaly.
I can't believe he brought up Wilt.
It's not modern basketball. If we want to talk about the 60s, we should do that on another episode. Let's talk about real basketball with real competition.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If they did a 60s basketball fan versus hater, who will watch that?
There were 8 teams in the league. Half of the guys in the league worked summer jobs because they weren't dedicated to basketball full time. That is not exactly the same thing.
You want to talk about real competition?
Talk about it.
Who's the second best center in the league today? Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Nate Thurman, Willis Reed. These are the gentlemen who played with Wilt Chamberlain. Nikola Jokic ain't got any of that kind of competition today. It's a
Wemby probably
level playing field, unlike what
Rudy Gobert,
Wilt Chamberlain was doing.
The bonus.
So Wilt Chamberlain is the most unlevel playing field.
Yeah, because he was so much better.
Define dominant. Dominant means that you are the main catalyst for offensive production on your team. Dominant means that you, in all aspects of the game, have the numbers, have the storyline to say that you are better than everyone else.
You can read minds. I could tell you.
I already know where you're going to go.
Where am I going?
You might say Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm not saying Shaquille O'Neal. I am saying Shaquille O'Neal. The most dominant big man we have ever seen.
Come on, Shaq.
The fact that I have to watch Mitch Robinson shoot 18% from the free throw line is based off Shaquille O'Neal getting fouled. They decided that they would rather foul out of a game and put him on the free throw line because that was the only recourse of action. This man led to the basketball hoops, the actual stanchions being reinforced because, like his rap song says, do you want me to shoot it? No. Do you want me to pass it? No. Do you want me to slam? Yeah. And that's why he broke multiple backboards. This man literally could not be stopped. So tell me how Nikola Jokic is more dominant than Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, first of all, he's a big man that can shoot threes. Let's talk about that. A big man shooting threes messes up everything. A big man that can be up under the paint, you could kind of do something with that. And you just brought up the fact that they'd rather Shaq shoot free throws. You want Jokic to shoot free throws? Nah, because he gonna cash them bitches in.
I'm so happy that you quoted that song because Shaq can rap. I'm also talking.
Platinum.
I'm
He went platinum.
Shaq is the
We
man.
ain't gonna take that away from him.
We're not. He's the second most dominant offensive center ever.
Got
If we
your
were
ass.
talking about the strongest center, if we were talking about the center who could break the most backboards, then Shaq would be my answer too. But as you have pointed out already, the league figured Shaq out. The Detroit Pistons figured Shaq out. In fact, Shaq's reign at the top, you get those 3 years, and Shaq was dominant. But Nikola Jokic is a 3-time MVP to Shaq's 1 time. Nikola Jokic is not dominant.
Okay. I would give the what's the name? The haters this little tidbit. Shaq should have won one of them MVPs from Steve Nash or Kobe, but Shaq should have another one. That's the only other thing.
From scoring the basketball, he's also
And Jokic should have another one too because Joel Embiid got one over him when he shouldn't have. But here nor there.
dominant from passing the basketball. Nikola Jokic controls every aspect of the offense where Shaq needed a guard to get him the ball in a position to score, especially when we talk about Lakers Shaq. Orlando, he's running the floor a lot more. Jokic will also run the floor at a slower pace, but he'll bring the ball up from the defensive rebound and take it all the way to the rim. When Nikola Jokic is an MVP, we're talking about 26 to 28 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, averaging a triple-double as a center because his dominance is more than what he can do in the low post. It's also what he can do from the high post because Nikola Jokic is a one-man offensive show. And when you talk about can't be stopped, I think the most effective shot in basketball right now today is a Nikola Jokic shot from within 3 feet to 7 feet away from the basket. As of November 30th, he was shooting 70% from 2 while also leading the league in assists. Do you know how dominant that is? No one else has ever done anything like this. You could talk about Wilt with 50 points, but what about the assists? No one else does it better than Jokic.
Can I say something? There's
Yes.
2 sides of the court. Can Jokic hold Shaq?
Well,
What I told you. I told you somebody's going to say defense. This has nothing to do with that.
I said offensive for a reason.
Touche.
Yeah, get your ass up.
You mentioned Nikola Jokic assists, his passing.
Yes.
You understand? Shaq was a nice passer as well, but
Your man just called Shaq a passer, bruh.
let me speak to that. For your assist to work, you know what assist is, right? That means you pass it to somebody and they score. Jokic is playing with Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray. He's playing with some quality.
Are you about to say that Jokic Nuggets is better than the Laker teams? And who they played with? The Lakers and who Shaq played with? There's one name that is dang near synonymous with Shaq. If y'all can hear that wind in the background in this video and in the other video, it's cold outside. Okay? And I apologize. It shouldn't even be like this. I'm in Florida. Why is the wind blowing in Florida like this? But anyway, there's one name that's synonymous with Shaq. And I'm pretty sure everybody that you about to name that played on the Nuggets is not better. That man. The Mamba. Rest in peace. Kobe. Come on, man.
People who can feed off what he's doing. Shaq don't even need all that. Shaq, you pass it down low, nobody can stop Shaq. Shaq was 7'2", 330 pounds. Nobody can stop Shaq. The only thing that slowed Shaq down was his drive. That's what happened between him and Kobe. That's why they bumped heads, because Kobe had that Mamba mentality. Shaq was trying to kick it and hit chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was trying to do. If Shaq isn't as lazy as he was, because you see they bumped heads, because
I don't even think these old heads like him.
Kobe had that Mamba mentality.
Watch
Shaq
Buddy
was trying to
eyes.
kick it and hit chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was
He like, what the fuck? And then watch this nigga.
trying to do. If Shaq isn't as lazy as he was,
Hey,
'cause
bro, you
saw
just up
in-
here talking,
in
bro.
Lakers.
Go and sit down somewhere.
Kobe and Shaq is a duo that's known around the world forever and ever for a reason. One of the most, if not the most dominant duo ever in the history of basketball.
I want y'all to see the route this man just went.
Yes.
Two sides of the court. Can Jokic hold Shaq?
Well, I said offensive for a reason.
Touche.
Watch this.
You mentioned Nikola Jokic assists, his passing.
Yes.
You understand, Shaq was a nice passer as well. But
First, Shaq was a nice passer as well. All right, Shaq. Sorry to do this.
let me speak to that.
Let me speak to that.
Your assist to work, you know what assist is, right? That means you pass it to somebody and they score. Jokic is playing with Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray. He's playing with some quality people who can feed off what he's doing. Shaq don't even.
So he named Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray as two people that can feed off of what Jokic is doing. Shaq had Kobe, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher. He had some other guys as well. But those are the three main ones. And you don't think those three could feed off what Shaq is doing? Robert Horry. If Shaq is in the post, Shaq gonna dominate. You gotta send over a double. You gotta foul. Also, Shaq wasn't really looking to get any assists. The stats just showed it. He averaged 2.5 assists. He wasn't trying to pass to nobody. Jokic get in the post. He looking. He looking over the defense. He looking over everything. Because I'm about to dime something up. You move like this, I'm diming it up. Shaq just like, you here and you do something, I'm stronger than you. So you going under this rim.
Need all that. Shaq, you pass it down low, nobody can stop Shaq. Shaq was 7'2", 330 pounds. Nobody can stop Shaq.
Like, this is what your argument went from, he's a nice passer as well, to now just give him the ball and you got it. I thought you was going to argue the assist part. You shouldn't even said that.
The only thing that slowed Shaq down was his drive. That's what happened between him and Kobe. That's why they bumped heads, because Kobe had that Mamba mentality. Shaq was trying to kick it and hit chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was trying to do. If Shaq isn't as lazy as he was, because you saw in Lakers.
Now you're arguing that if Shaq wasn't lazy, he'll be even better.
Kobe and Shaq is a duo that's known around the world forever and ever for a reason. One of the most, if not the most
now you're talking about duos. This has nothing to do with a duo.
dominant duo
Don't bring Kobe in this.
Ever.
This is about sinners.
In the history of basketball. Shaq could not be stopped. He didn't have to worry about, oh, you got to hit the three. Jokic, now he can kick it out. He got people who can do the damage for him.
We got to stop. You know damn well you should not get up here and start lying in front of me like that. Nobody could stop Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal's diet stopped him. Shaquille O'Neal shooting free throws stopped him. The 2004
Emphasis on body.
Detroit Pistons and Ben Wallace stopped Shaquille O'Neal.
What win?
In the finals where they lost 4-1. Okay?
What team?
The 2004 Detroit Pistons. I just told you that. Now, let's talk about it. Let's walk through it now. You said, oh, Shaq didn't have to pass the ball. Shaquille O'Neal played with Kobe Bryant. Shaquille O'Neal played with Penny Hardaway. Shaquille O'Neal played with Dwayne Wade. Shaquille O'Neal played with LeBron James. Nikola Jokic has never won a championship playing with another all-star. He's the one who creates those easy buckets. He's the one who can snake through.
Penny as a rookie.
Allow me to finish.
He was nowhere in his prime.
He did not play with Penny as a rookie. Penny was the rookie.
They went to the finals. He was the one. He's the one who creates those lanes for him to drive through. Nikola Jokic not only can pass, but I showed you he has the most efficient shot in basketball right now. Not only can he do it by pass.
Not more than Shaq.
Who? Shaq never shot 70% from 7 feet away from the rim.
There's nothing more efficient than dramming it in the hole.
Okay, so let's do this. I gave you data. You gave me Shaq dunks the ball.
No, that's
I
real.
gave you a fact. 70%, that is the most effective shot in basketball. Nikola Jokic is a way more effective player than Shaq when it comes to plus minus, when it comes to PER. Nikola Jokic is one of the most dominant force we've ever seen.
Look
Y'all
at Billy
lucky I
Bean.
don't change
Billy
the
Bean,
game.
you got to stop all the analytics and the PER and all this type of stuff.
See, this is why it's eating these old heads up. It's eating the old heads up because they're here to argue, but when he hits you with facts, it's kind of like, bump your facts. Bump your facts, though. Nah, we don't care about facts. Y'all should have came prepared. It is what it is. You should have came prepared.
Something like these made up things based on how the game is played.
You
Now,
know what? Let me translate.
Look,
you
wait,
want
time out.
me to stop with all the facts and just keep it
that's
with the
not
fiction.
fact.
That's what you want me to do.
No, you got to put it in perspective because
Put it in.
If you
Put it in
if you put
perspective.
Jokic in that game, then you put Shaq in this game. There's nobody in the paint. Shaq would not be able to be stopped. He was dunking on 3 and 4 people at the same time. Because back then, like you said earlier in this episode, the game was played from the free throw down. That means the lane is clogged. Shaq didn't care. He backing down everybody and running everybody over. In today's game, there's nobody in the paint. You give Shaq the ball and there's nobody in the paint except for one person that's guarding him. They cannot stop him. He was 7'2", 340 pounds. Nobody in the league right now is his size. Nobody has ever been in the league his size. What are you saying, sir?
Well, we're not living in hypothetical land. We're living in a factual land. I can't say what would happen if
No,
you put
that's
Shaq's
factual.
game in today. No, it's not because it will never happen. You're never going to see Shaq.
I think with the rules and everything, Shaq will foul out. I ain't gonna lie. I think Shaq will foul out. They don't really let them get bumpy and be barbecue chicken a lot. Shaq will foul out. It's kind of like football. How Ray Lewis and Ned Reed and Palomalu and all these players, Brian Dawkins used to be able to just take your head off. They'll get fined and suspended every game.
2025.
Nobody's in the lane.
And I just told you
If they
Ben
play today.
Wallace stopped him. And you said, when did he do that? Go back and rewatch the footage. The
I didn't
Pistons
say
figured
when
him
did he
out.
do that.
They packed the lane on Shaq. They kicked it out and forced the Lakers to shoot long twos. That's why they lost. This is from the horse's mouth. We know that Shaq would try to run us over.
Bill
and
Wallace
it
would
shut
shut
didn't
down
work.
Jokic. You know that, right?
Again, you keep saying, I know that about something we'll never see. I'm going to talk to you about what act.
I'm gonna be honest. Ben Wallace is a great defender. With Jokic shooting that ball from behind his head, I don't know about that
actually
one.
happened.
That's the only time Shaq has been stopped.
No, it's not. What did Hakeem Olajuwon do to Shaq?
No centers.
What Hakeem did to Shaq?
There's no centers.
There's a good time to walk off. There's a good time to walk off.
Yeah, he was on your head, bruh. Next.
My next claim is Larry Bird is not as good as Kevin Durant is.
Ooh, uh-oh. You know what? Let's see here. First of all, who would win in a 1v1? Shaq or Jokic? Let's see what they got to say. Oh, they said Shaq will win. Size, speed, and the paint. Okay. Why Shaq wins, dominance. Why Jokic challenges him is because of skill. Most analysis favor Shaq 1v1 due to sheer physical dominance. Okay, they gave it to Shaq. I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, what I'm about to say? Who is better? But do I believe that? Nah, I believe Jokic will beat him 1-on-1. Anyway, who is better? Larry Bird or Kevin Durant? Let's see what AI got to say. So it says Larry Bird is generally considered the better all-around player and winner, while Kevin Durant is recognized as the more efficient, prolific scorer. Bird's superior rebounding, passing, and unmatched competitive mentality. This part right here is what gets me, because when you can't make a real argument, they always go to his mentality was different. That don't mean the man was better than him. Also, this part right here. Known for elevating teammates and winning without forming super teams. And we gonna sit here and act like Larry Bird teammates wasn't. See, this is what I be talking about, bro. Oh my god. He got in a situation. Him, Magic, a lot of the older players, they got on teams that were souped the fuck up.
All right. So what do you mean better? Because I know you're gonna.
What do you mean better?
I know you're gonna bring up a shit ton of numbers. Better at what?
You want to do it with? We could do it with numbers or without numbers. You tell me.
No, you tell me the numbers, because I'm really trying.
You don't want to do numbers. Do it without.
This many times, and
I just noticed that his fingernails.
And he's a phenomenal
bro,
scorer.
what?
1-on-1, phenomenal scorer.
Might be the best.
No, he's not the best 1-on-1 scorer. No,
Might be the best.
No,
But
no.
all right, so I'll give you the simplified numbers. Okay, let's go to 4 scoring titles. Right? Okay. That's a number that matters. Let's talk about Kevin Durant being the best scorer on the best NBA team of all time, which we're going to talk about in a few, right? The 2017 Golden State Warriors. Let's talk about Kevin Durant excelling as a playoff riser, right? Kevin Durant is the most efficient mid-range scorer the game has ever seen. Kevin Durant is a lights-out three-point shooter. Kevin Durant is 7 foot tall.
Kevin Durant
and
has
shoots
no
guard,
heart.
Shoots a.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as it's like we talk about the skill, it's just like, well, his mentality is bad. His heart is out of it. All this other stuff.
Ball better than most guards that have ever existed and lived. When you talk about building a prototypical scorer, that is what you envision when you
Why
talk
he
about
better?
Kevin Durant. You have the height.
Why he better than him? Does he score more than him? Nah. Does he shoot better than him? Nah. Well, what is it? Mentality. Like, come get you.
You have
man.
the size, you have the ball handling
So we
ability,
don't-
and then you got the hezzy pull up where he walks right into the jumper.
So we don't talk
That's
about
better.
anything about being inside. Nothing about.
Listen, my brother. You know, I played football and I played varsity football in high school. Coach told me, you got the most heart on the team. I know when I put you in the game, you're going to give me everything you got. I ain't play that much because I'm little. I'm 5 foot. I'm 5'5". The people that was playing over me, they might not have the hardest like the hardest me, but they were bigger than me. They were better than me. Heart only gets you so far, bro. The coach told me. He also said, because I play receiver and cornerback, he also told me I had the best hands on the team. He knew if he throw me the ball, that I was going to catch it. I went a full season with no catches. But I got the best heart, though. It's more than just heart, bro. We ain't going to talk about nothing inside. Man, the man better than him, bro. It is what it is.
Fierceness, nothing about competitiveness, nothing about.
I had all that. I had all of that. Like, come on, I had all of that.
Nothing about toughness.
Well, I want to talk about things we can actually measure. I want to talk about things we can actually measure.
We can measure
I'm not
the
I-
chips.
I don't want to date Kevin Durant. I don't care about what's in his heart. I care about what he does on a basketball court.
I'm talking about heart on the court. This is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to understand how a man as lethal as Larry Bird, who stayed with the same team. I know that's a foreign thing to you guys now. But he stayed with the same team, won the chips that he won, went to the finals as many times as he did, told people what he was going to do, and still was able to do it.
Trash
And
talk.
we're talking about the 92 Olympic Dream Team.
You want to talk about that team where Larry Bird was sitting in a practice
On
like
his-
this
on
and
his back.
and he told
On his
he
back.
told Magic, it's Michael's league now. It's Michael's league now.
On his back. On his back. He was still able to play. How can we possibly say these two are in the same league together?
Well, I just told you, right? And then another thing that you brought up, right? You're talking about, Larry stayed with one team. I'm happy he did, but this is a different era. We have player movement and player empowerment. Kevin Durant has gone to multiple places, and he's done exactly what he said. You said that Larry came and he told people what he was going to do. You know what Kevin Durant did? He went out to the post-game presser and he said, "You know who I am? I'm
Kevin Durant. I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am, right?
I'm Kevin Durant." And for the next two games, he walked out and whooped the Rockets, because that's what Kevin Durant does.
You're talking about the Rockets?
Yeah, the Rockets, yes.
Good afternoon.
Wait, he said that.
And for the next two games, he walked out and whooped The Rockets, because that's what
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Durant
True.
does.
Talking about the Rockets?
Yeah, the Rockets. Yes.
Good afternoon, and you're welcome. As a Sixer fan, this is hard to defend Larry Joe Bird from French Lick, Indiana. But when you compare the two, this is a great debate because I think they are the top small forwards.
Yeah.
What I think what separates Bird, that he won 3 MVPs and probably the most competitive era at the time, 84, 85 in a row. And he had to beat Magic. He had to beat Dr. J, Moses Malone, Isaiah Thomas, Jordan. And I just think when you put the accolades, when you stack them up, if there was one shot to win the championship, you would choose Durant over Bird?
With the weight of the world, the death beam is pointed. I want Kevin Durant.
What depends, though? You know, if you get Kevin Durant, he don't know where the 3-point line is all the time.
Good one. Good one. He got his shoes too big.
That's never been an issue with Bird.
That was good, man.
And Bird got the Bird, he's comparable size. Bird about 6'10". That's a good. But why I like Bird, because Bird has the competitive fire.
There it is again. There it is again. When you have to say, like, everybody's talking about skill and everything, and then it's get to the point of like, all right, what else could I say? Competitiveness. Like, I do understand that that's a part of it, but heart and mentality, I get that that's a part of it. But bro, when you watch these games, yes, you hear all of the legendary stories. At one point in time, Larry Bird in the 3-pointer looked like it was like, oh my God, Larry Bird shooting all these threes. Do you know Draymond Green surpassed Larry Bird in threes? Like, it's crazy. Like, when stuff just elevates, you start seeing like things like that. Like, matter of fact, I did not think that this was gonna happen. So this man only shot like 2 threes a game. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like once the game elevated and you see, like, don't get me wrong, Larry Bird paved the way. But like I said earlier, or maybe it was in the other video, is the fact of the old heads are just trying to hold on to it as long as possible. And what is funny is my boy Jay here will end up being on the other side of this one day. He will be on the other side of this. We will have to argue for LeBron James versus some boy that's in middle school right now. We're going to have to argue for Kevin Durant against an elementary, somebody that's in elementary right now that's going to be better than Kevin Durant one day. That's what's funny about this time, bro. We're arguing right now for our generation being better than the past generation. Eventually, they're going to be newer people, and we're going to have to tell our kids, hey, Steve Johnson is a good 3-point shooter, but let me tell you about Steph Curry. And he going to be like, nah, he did that, but yeah, you see him though, like and now you have a debate with a young cat about whoever Steve Johnson is, which I made up. But that's what's happening right now.
Bird got that.
We can't let people die out. Like, for instance, we gonna have to argue for Dame Lillard. Watch how we're gonna have to argue for Dame Lillard. We're gonna have to argue for James Harden, because those are the guys that don't have championships, but they was cooking. We're gonna have to argue for people like that. We're gonna have to argue for Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's not in Chicago though. But we're gonna have to argue for some of these people. We're gonna have to argue for a Paul George. Like, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
You can't quantify and qualify, that drive he had. And you gotta be bad when you're a white dude and you say, when a white dude sticks you, you gotta put a brother on me. Bird's a bad dude.
He did
Bird's
say
a
that.
bad
That was
dude.
crazy.
And why I give Bird the edge, because in 12 years, you only had a quick career because you make a great point. He was laid out on the with the dream team.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah, he
laid
didn't
out.
play. He didn't play.
But
he
Bird
played, but he was
in
old.
the clutch, and when things mattered against some of the greatest players of all time, he stuck out.
You know what? It sounds like you're describing Kevin Durant. With the way the world's in the NBA Finals, back-to-back years, Kevin Durant comes up the left side of the court, doesn't look at any other teammates, and he looks LeBron James in
do
the
it. Don't
eye.
you do that.
And he said,
You
LeBron,
better-
you have nothing for this.
you
I
take
already
that
told
back.
you to
You
move.
take that
He's going to
back.
walk right into the pull-up from 30 feet and drop it. That's what clutch is. And if you want to talk about even more clutch, we keep talking about Olympics. Let's talk about the Olympics.
Oh, no.
Okay?
Kevin Durant, one of the craziest Team USA people.
You remember what KD did in the Olympics? You remember Melo. Y'all like Carmelo Anthony. It's some Knicks fans in here. What was Melo doing on the sideline? He's get out the way and let Durant work. And what did Durant do? The patented move, right? The long two or the midi, whatever you want to call it. Durant clears out and clinches it. Exactly what the country needed. With the weight of the world on it, he made it happen. Durant is a pure scorer, a pure hooper. If I roll out a basketball and I say, go get me the ball and go get me a win, I'm taking KD. And Larry Bird could talk about it, but Kevin Durant can tweet about it.
That was a good one. Larry Bird can talk about it. Kevin Durant can tweet about it.
Bird, though,
I like that.
28-10.
Man, I don't want to hear
Better
about
assist man.
it. He is a better assist man. I
Better
believe
assist
you.
man. Elevate the players.
Well, Larry Bird played with a bunch of Hall of Famers with some of the most stacked teams of all time.
That's a
Who
fact.
played with a bunch of Hall of Famers with the most
Buckets
stacked team
up
of all
next.
time? Yo, hold on. Yo, I can hit a 3-point with Steph on the team.
You missed it.
Kevin Durant is soft
Okay.
as shit.
Oh, he's one of those people. He's soft.
Okay? Larry Bird was out there boxing, banging, elbowing, and these guys today are soft as shit. They take days off. I got the flu. I don't want to play today. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. Larry Bird was hard as shit, man.
We can't be hardest.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know it's funny. Watch how I break this down. First off, he's talking about KD being soft.
Is soft as shit. Okay? Larry Bird was out there boxing, banging, elbowing, and these guys,
Boxing, banging, elbowing. Of course, that's what he would want to watch. He got on a hockey hoodie. Come on, bro. This is about basketball. You came in here with a hockey hoodie and you talking about banging. Not basketball. You talking about he's soft and they be out there fighting when we was back in the day. Get that out my face, bro. I hate it. I hate it. Let me tell you something. Back then, yes, you could bang and box and hit and punch and all that stuff. They had to clean the league up. But this is my reason that's kind of making me mad about it is the fact of if somebody is cooking you back in the 70s, 80s, they will start basically fighting you and hitting you and elbowing you and stuff. That's not skill to stop somebody. Oh, he shot too many threes. Let me punch him in his stomach. Oh, he been dunking on me all game. Next time he try it, I'm gonna take his legs out from under him so he don't do it no more. That's not. Maybe take a charge. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he came in here to talk about, well, they soft, the league soft now, and back then we used to fight. Hockey.
today are soft as shit.
Man got on a hockey jersey, bruh.
I got the flu. I don't want to play today. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. Larry Bird was hard as shit, man.
We can't be hardest and softest at the same time. Let's just talk about baby versus adult, or maybe somebody's listen, I got a 9 to 5. I can't curse on camera, but I say this right. You guys keep talking about this era being soft. Okay, listen.
Yeah,
Kevin
they're
Durant,
very soft.
Kevin Durant doesn't want to go out there and punch people in the face. That doesn't mean you're a better that doesn't mean you're a better player.
Just because you're
and
punching.
and Kevin Durant is also a tough guy, right? We know where Kevin Durant is from. He's from PG County. He ain't soft. Y'all seen Mama Durant. She ain't raised no punk, and y'all know that. Mama Durant, I know you're gonna see this. Shout out to you. Now this KD, right?
It ain't about fighting though, bro. It's about boxing out and being strong.
And Kevin Durant is also strong. You think if he wasn't strong, he would be able to come back off of the devastating injuries that he suffered twice
That's
in
a
his
fact.
career?
Oh, let
And
me
still-
take off. I got the flu today.
It's not.
I've seen all these old heads do what he's doing right now. That's childish. Also, you're talking about the flu? Kevin Durant, we literally saw what happened to him in that finals game where you know what?
It's not the flu. It's a ruptured Achilles.
Get outta here.
Most people can't come back from that. If you want to talk about people crying, Larry Bird was crying when he was laid out because his back hurt,
Oh,
right?
God,
You
yeah.
don't want to talk about that. KD came back from
God, come on,
devastating
man.
injury and is still 27 points
What?
per game. Kevin Durant came back from injury and is going to lead the Houston Rockets
No,
to the
man.
playoffs.
No.
He led the Brooklyn Nets to the playoffs. He got the Golden State Warriors 2 rings. KD is that dude. There's no way around it.
KD wouldn't last a series with the Pistons, I'll tell you that. Rodman, Lambeer, banging down low. He's not. It's not happening.
He don't watch basketball. He just he don't watch basketball. He just throwing stuff out and seeing if it stick. He don't watch basketball, bro. You can stop talking to him.
Listen, Dennis Rodman
You can stop talking to him.
would have went out there. He would have been touching KD on his hair, doing all kinds of weird stuff. I don't know how.
No, that
Durant
was
will
before the
I don't
wigs.
know-
That was
I don't-
before all
I
that
don't-
weird stuff, dude. That was
I don't-
before all that.
I don't know what he would do if they did that to him. So you know what? I'll give you that point. Lambeer is dirty. He probably would have tried to injure KD, and Mama Durant, as I said, would have whooped Lambeer outside that
Hell
arena
no.
if she tried it. KD is
Bill Lambeer with his
automatic.
mask on, his little face
Easy.
mask, banging
Listen,
people down the lane.
You know what his name is?
No way.
Easy
No way.
Money
No way.
Sniper. He's a better shooter than Bird from 3. He's a better shooter
Not-
from
Get him out the chair, bro. He making me mad now.
He's not- I don't think he's a better shooter either.
The only thing Bird does better, I give him 2 things. He's a better rebounder. He's a better passer because Durant doesn't need the pass. He's
You're right.
a
He
sniper.
made everybody
He's a
around
hired
him
assassin.
better. Does Kevin Durant do that?
Yes,
no.
Yes, he does. Mine.
Okay. We're gonna end this. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna end this one right here. There's gonna be a part 3 to this. Listen, man. The old heads, y'all are looking, first of all, y'all looking childish out here. That's one thing. When he throw facts around, y'all get to doing the y'all know y'all don't do that. Come on, old heads. Somebody give me a good point somewhere. We're gonna see what this question is, and then we're gonna end it, and then we're gonna have part 3 tomorrow. Hold on.
Next claim is today's NBA players are stronger, smarter, faster, and more skilled than any era before.
I mean, yeah. I mean, technology. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.